So why is it difficult to be awareness, to be knowingly awareness? It's actually our direct experience in every moment. You're aware right now, you're aware right now. You've always been aware. It's fundamentally what you are. But why is it so difficult, right, for many of us to be awareness or even try to become awareness, which never works? And that is because we're focused on the objective of experience instead of the subjective. It's really about misidentification. You see, we assume to be this body mind mechanism. I'm in the body, I feel like I'm inside the body. But that's an interpretation, that's an assumption. It's deeply ingrained, don't get me wrong, right? You have sensations in the body, but what do you know other than the knowing of sensations or what you deem to be sensations, which is really just a sense of vibration? Then there is thoughts, interpretation that give you all these concepts and ideas about what something is, what you are, your story of yourself, right? So interpretation is really the root of all of it. Without interpretation, you would just be left with this. It's sort of like being present. And presence and awareness are really the same thing. And in that, you would notice that before all the concepts and labels, there's just this knowing of experience. And they're not separate things. It's not like you know experience. It's like you are experience. The body is really just sensations that the body is feeling. You're not really feeling anything. You're interpreting these feelings. Then you have thoughts, which is interpretation. And these are just thoughts, ideas, beliefs, images, right? When you think about your mom or your dad or your brother, these are just thoughts, interpretation, and then images. Where are they appearing in? In awareness, in your knowing. And what do you know other than just knowing? What I mean by knowing is you just know an image. You just know the word. You just know the interpretation. That's it. There really isn't a past, like you have to create a story about your parents or your family, or even a sensation. Let's say you have the feeling of being overwhelmed by something. There's no such thing as being overwhelmed. It's just a bodily sensation. But then memory comes in, interpretation comes in, which is the root. And then it creates a story and it says, that means that you're out of control. It means you need to control it. It means I want more. Or it means that I'm lacking something. So we're focused on the objective side of things, but you're forgetting the subjective side. What is the knowing? That's what I'm trying to point you towards. So you know that you're watching this video right now. But what knows that? And then when you're like, okay, I know that I'm watching the video, you assume to be you, right, the body, but I'm saying, no, it's not the body. Say like, okay, I. Okay, stay with the I. What is the I? Really investigate what is that I. You realize that it's just the knowing of it. This subject is not in the body. It's not the body. It's definitely not the mind. It knows the mind. And it just is. That is awareness. That is what it means to be aware, to simply be here and to know everything as experiencing itself without content, without memory, without lack, without separation. There is no separation. Separation is a concept. And so to be aware is not difficult. What makes it difficult is the mind that is continuously making us look into objective experience instead of the subject. And then realizing they're not two different things. It's just one experience experiencing itself. To know itself knowingly. And that means that it creates forms to know that it's not a form. Food is to taste itself. sound to hear its silence, the body to feel itself, right? Objects to have reflection, others to have that self-reflection as well. And so you're knowing yourself as knowing itself without story, without content. And this is really the liberation for you and for others, which is really just one, because we're all reflections of the one awareness. We're all this just awareness, this knowing. And it's really these stories, these projections of I'm a separate person, I have to defend, protect myself, that are causing this this suffering, this judgment of, well, I need to project this so that I can protect myself over here.